In this video, we will discuss the three combat systems present in Sword World 2.5, Simplified Combat, Standard Combat, and Advanced Combat. Although they share similarities, each system also has distinct differences. Therefore, this summary will explain the basics and provide some graphics to illustrate the broad strokes. Note that this will not be a comprehensive review of the rules. For more detailed information, please refer to Core Rulebooks 1 and 2 and the Supplement Epic Treasury. In all three combat systems, turn order is determined the same. Instead of going in order of initiative score, like in many other games, initiative in Sword World works by factions. When combat starts, everyone rolls their initiative, then compare the highest result of their faction with the highest of the enemy faction. The winning faction goes first, taking their turns in any order of their choosing before every one of the losing faction goes. A character's turn consists of movement, any number of minor actions, as well as one major action. Your major action is always performed after movement, while minor actions can be performed anywhere during the character's turn. Movement dictates which minor and major actions are available to perform. For example, while you can perform a normal move and attack with a melee weapon, you can only cast spells after a limited move. As such, you should decide which type of movement you will use. Limited move, usually 3 meters, normal move, which equals the character's agility in meters, or full move, which equals 3 times the character's agility in meters. One of the core concepts of the combat rules is the so-called skirmishes. These take the shape of circles in which melee combat takes place and serve as an abstraction of the combat space. Naturally, melee combatants can be assumed to move around a lot while fighting. Skirmishes, for simplicity's sake, assume their position to be at the center of the skirmish area. In Simplified Combat, there are 3 constant skirmishes, while in Standard and Advanced Combat, a skirmish occurs when one character hits another with a melee attack or melee spell. There are many rules governing them, such as how characters can merge or leave a skirmish and how a character cannot shoot through them without the combat feat Hawkeye. Simplified Combat, as the name suggests, simplifies a lot of these skirmish-specific rules. There are only 3 static skirmishes in Simplified Combat: the Allied Rear Guard, the Front Line, and the Enemy Rear Guard. They cannot merge, new skirmishes cannot occur, and the distance between them is always 10 meters, meaning there are 20 meters between rear guards. In this combat system, character movement speed does not matter. They can cover one area with normal movement or 2 areas with full movement, but with many restrictions. At the start of combat, each faction can decide who gets to start on their rear guard and who fights on the front line. The winning faction naturally gets to pick first in this regard. In Standard Combat, combat takes place on a line. Skirmishes can occur anywhere on this line and have a radius of 3 meters, which can expand depending on the number of participants. Characters can freely move on the line, so their movement speed matters much more. Advanced Combat is played on a 2D plane. It is the most rules-intensive system as it deals with 2D skirmishes and the concept of independent characters. In this context, independent characters stand within the skirmish area but don't participate in the melee. What is the best system? The choice of combat system depends on your preferences. Simplified Combat is useful when you want a quick combat experience without having to think about deep tactics. This system is similar to the combat style of old JRPGs and can be used in chat-based games or IRL games without a map. On the other hand, if you want to create more challenging combat scenarios with bosses, tactics, and terrain, it's recommended to use the Standard or Advanced Combat systems. Advanced Combat is recommended for a full tactical experience, especially for VTTs or physical maps. Standard Combat is a compromise between the two, providing some tactical depth while still being manageable without maps. Both increase the game's complexity, so keep that in mind. This concludes our overview of the 3 combat systems in Sword World 2.5. While each system has its own unique features, they all share a similar turn order and the concept of skirmishes. Understanding these systems is crucial to enjoying combat in this game. We hope you found this summary helpful and recommend referring to the core rulebooks and Epic Treasury for more detailed information. Feel free to check our subreddit or Discord server for more info about the system and our translation. Links are in the description below. Thanks for watching. The Sword World Translation Project is a fan-based, non-profit translation. Sword World is owned by Group SNE and Kadokawa. Please support the official release. All the Sword World books can be found on Bookwalker, links in the description below.